Greetings. I'm coming to you today with a warning about a deceptive misuse of the name of the continuing Evangelical Episcopal Communion, our logos, and yes, even my image. In Chennai, India, Mr. K. Jayasingh is making fraudulent and misleading statements designed to convince people that he's a valid bishop, that he is affiliated with a number of organizations he has either been dismissed from or never belonged to, and that he holds titles and roles of national authority that have never belonged to him. These are lies. Sadly, he's deceiving many people, both government officials and other well-meaning people who are merely hoping to work together and promote unity among the followers of Jesus Christ. But as the General Secretary of the Continuing Evangelical Episcopal Communion, the CEEC, it falls to me to expose Jayasingh's fraud and to make a public statement about what we're doing to address his deceitful actions. So let me debunk Jayasingh's claims and provide you with the truth. Then I'll explain what action we've taken to put an end to this farce. Well, though it's only one of many, this single photo demonstrates the key deceitful claims that Jayasingh is making. First, he claims to be the Most Reverend Dr. K. Jayasingh, and also a metropolitan and archbishop. But the truth is that the council members of the Anglican Church in India, the CEEC, and the actual and only GAFCON entity established in India, the GAFCON Anglican Bishops Council of India, deposed Jayasingh and prohibited him from ministry on July 20th, 2022. The reasons for this were clearly laid out in his memorandum of relinquishment. In addition to violations of canon law, such as ordaining bishops who were morally backwards and with criminal records, the document cites serious financial misconduct, including money laundering activities and money extraction by false propaganda. So Jayasingh was removed from ministry in July 2022. He was no longer an ordained individual. He had no license to minister from any of the organizations that deposed him. 4 months later, he incorporated the ASMD New Anglican Synod private limited company. It was founded as a company involved in other education and not as an Anglican entity, not even as a religious organization. And it appears that he then appointed himself to be the metropolitan and archbishop of this new Anglican synod. Second, we have the issues of the organizational logos he's misusing without permission. First of all, the GAFCON logo. Well, the truth is that on February 22nd, 2022, the GAFCON primates recognized the establishment of an Anglican Bishops Council to represent the interests of Anglican churches to the Indian government, under the leadership of Archbishop John Satyakumar, but including any or all bishops who were willing to commit to following the affirmations contained in the Constitution of the Anglican Bishops Council. GAFCON has not approved his use of their logo. Jayasingh has no legal right to use the GAFCON logo. Neither GAFCON nor the GAFCON Anglican Bishops Council of India has appointed Jayasingh as the coordinator of GAFCON India. When Jayasingh calls himself the coordinator of GAFCON India. He is lying. The CEEC's logos. Well, the truth is that Jayasingh is illegally using the CEEC India logo and the CEEC Global logo. And as I said earlier, he was deposed from ministry and no longer has any right to claim any affiliation. Then there's my photo. In December 2021, I came to India for a series of meetings on behalf of the GAFCON Anglican Bishops Council of India. One of these meetings was an international Christmas celebration. This photo, many other similar photos, were taken at the Christmas event. I was pleased to stand and take photos with a very large number of people as they queued up to have a photo with me. And as is always the case in these types of photos, one smiles and often shakes hands or places an arm around a shoulder. But for Jayasingh to then use this photo as some sort of a personal endorsement from me is underhanded and deceitful. I have no association whatsoever with his ASMD corporation. At his phony GAFCON event on October 3rd this year in Chennai, he misused my photo in many ways, including featuring it on the entry banner and on the main banner behind the dais, and even on certificates that he presented to participants. To insinuate my approval, endorsement, or affiliation with his organization when I have never had any affiliation with the ASMD Corporation whatsoever is nothing less than a defamation of my character. So now that you know the truth about Jayasingh's lies and false claims, let me tell you what actions we're taking to stop this man from continuing to deceive people in this manner. On October 10th, 2024, Jayasingh was served with a legal demand to cease and desist these unlawful actions. We demanded that he stop promoting the ASMD Corporation as a valid diocese in affiliation with the Anglican Church of India, or the continuing Evangelical Episcopal Communion, or the Communion of Evangelical Episcopal Churches in India, or the GAFCON Anglican Bishops Council in India. We demanded that he stop representing himself as the coordinator of GAFCON India. And we demanded that he stop defaming my character by his unauthorized and fraudulent use of my image. We informed Jayasingh that if he refused to comply with this demand to cease and desist within 7 days, we'd have no choice but to pursue all available legal remedies, including seeking monetary damages, injunctive relief, and legal fees. Jayasingh replied to our demand to cease and desist the very next day, on October 11th, 2024. He denied that he engaged in any activity that could be construed as defamatory. Incredibly, he insisted that his use of my photograph was, quote, never intended to imply any unauthorized association, unquote. Well, since we've been left with no other alternative, on October 22nd, 2024, we filed formal complaints with national and state elements of the Government of India, as well as the Director General of the Police in Chennai. We've engaged counsel, and we're acting to stop this man from his deceptive and illegal actions. But until the legal process can be completed, we wanted you to know the truth. Mr. Jayasingh is falsely presenting himself and his corporation as part of CEEC and GAFCON India. His use of logos and trademarks belonging to the CEEC, GAFCON India, and other related entities is unauthorized and illegal. His use of my image is utterly fraudulent. If you've got any questions, you may send an email to secretariat@CEEC.church, and we will reply. Thank you.